Coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace Posse Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We giving a show, but can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Check. Ready. Check. 53 is mine.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. On the carry, it's Cook. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that sick.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. On third down, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a carry for Pirine. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Back to throw. Franks. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. This is a nice little stretch he's putting together. Remember, 3 sacks last week.
And now he's off to the races in this game because he thinks, okay, that's the start of something big because he's in a zone. He's locked in. So offensively, you've got to occupy him. Maybe even run the ball at him as opposed to passing it so he can't just pin his ears back and rush the quarterback.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
To throw is Cousins. There goes a deep ball in. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week, it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Ready. You better be afraid of me. What's the end? Check 24. Go.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down.
Come on, set. 50. Let's go. Check. Check it back.
Looking to throw. Franks. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. To return is Taylor. Gets through, and now an opening. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes? Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Throwing on first down, Franks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Tony Brown there on the tackle. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Tighten up. Bravo!
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5.
Set. Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike spot 4, Mike.
Box track.
Mike spot 4.
And lock it. Long. Ready. Go.
To throw on second down. Franks into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing again. Franks. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards. Good for a Packer first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Silver.
Go. Alpha.
Mike 55.
Ready.
On first down, Franks. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Pirine. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
25, check 25, check 25.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Cheetah, cheetah.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get it, Tucson. Time to go, night, night. Check, see it, on.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Franks, he's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Orbit.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
Switch.
On 1st and 10, Franks throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
And a Packer first down.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
He's checking crab. Quick the edge. Go. Go on. Go.
They run the counter. It's Evans, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Next the score, Vikings 27, Packers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Results in a 4th down.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Taken from just outside the 30. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Cook. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
We got to step it up. Watch the safety creep.
Here's Pirine. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run again with Pirine. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Taylor now returning it. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards that time for number 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Pittsburgh. Get your swerve on. Swish. Recon, 132 fight. Echo.
Throwing on first down. Franks. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A 6-yard pickup. brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check safety, check safety. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert. Yes! Hold up. Ready, go.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun, Franks. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Packer first down.
Let's go, let's
So
go,
first and 10 now from the 30.
Ricky.
From the gun, Franks. Making the catch is Sternberger. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Right there, 54 miles. Stay with your man. He
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Check hot route. Hot. Check 9. Dogs off.
Now Pirine. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after here coming up. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16.
Makes the score Vikings 30, Packers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Franks. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Ready, set. Mike 5-4. You got double.
To throw on 2nd down. Franks firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check it out, Reed.
Now a give, right side. Evans. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, watch set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll look to throw, and they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
54. Don't get nervous. Mike 5-4. Charlie.
And the blitz does come. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Let's go hard. Ready? Number 53. Mike 53. If you get this
now a run with Cook. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Check 53's Mike. On Yarny. On Yarny.
And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Minnesota, they finish off the season with a victory, which is the good news. The bad news is that it'll wrap up a dreadful 4-12 campaign. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.